day, learners! Welcome to another episode of TV Eskwela DepEd Davao de Oro. Today, I will be your teacher on the air. I am Cheryl Nasol-Macas of Compostela National High School, Compostela East District. Come on, grade 8 learners! Get ready with yourself for another exciting and interesting lesson in Music 8, Quarter 2. At the end of this module, you are expected to listen perceptibly to music of East Asia, particularly Japan, China, and Korea. Analyzes musical elements of selected songs and instrumental pieces heard and performed. Learners, please prepare your module, pens, and paper for your answer. On what I know, let us answer some questions for us to prepare. Directions. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Congratulations! You made it well! For our lesson 1, we are going to explore the music of East Asia, Japan, China, and Korea. Traditional music is part and parcel of any culture. Traditions and culture differ from one country to another. And so, of course, does the music. Japanese traditional music is popular not only in Japan, but also in the West. In recent years, many pieces of traditional Japanese musical compositions were showcased throughout the world. Traditional music plays an important role in Japanese culture, even today. China, on the other hand, has a long and influential musical tradition based on the philosophy and culture of ancient China. While Korean traditional folk music, called gukak in Korean, has been passed down through the generations since antiquity. Gukak has many distinct traits from the most basic elements of the music to its tone and format. In Quarter 1, Module 1, you learned and enjoyed the music of Southeast Asia and even familiarized the basic concepts and principles of musical elements. Pitch, timbre or timbre, tempo, genre, and time signature that are commonly presented on their songs and instrumental pieces. You also learned that their music has a great influence to the history and culture, which some of their ceremonies are connected to their beliefs, state, and community affairs. In addition, music is evidently important to the lives of Southeast Asian people. East Asian countries are also rich in music. This time, let us watch and listen to the music. Sakura Song. Now, let us answer some questions about the music you have heard. Number 1. What is the mood of the music? Number 2. How did you feel after listening to the music? Number 3. Which country did the music come from? Now, learners, let us discuss the East Asian music. You know, East Asian music has 3 general characteristics. First is linearity, which emphasizes on the melody. Harmonies are very rare, and when used at all, aren't really part of the tension or release of the music. Second is transparency, which focuses on the individual instruments. No matter how big the orchestra is, each instrument has an individual role and it meant to be heard playing its own melody. Third is word orientation, which just means a very low use of abstraction in music. Traditional Asian music has a title or lyrics, and that is exactly what the piece is about. On the development of pentatonic tonal system of East Asia, according to legends, the founder of music in Chinese mythology was Ling Lun, who, at the request of the Yellow Emperor Huang Di, created a system of music that is made of bamboo pipes which tuned to the sounds of birds, including the phoenix. In this way, he invented the 5 notes of the ancient Chinese 5-tone scale: gong, shang, jiao, zi, and yu. Correct music, according to Zhu concept, would involve instruments correlating to the 5 elements of nature and would bring harmony to nature. Around or before the 7th century before Christ, a system of pitch generation and pentatonic scale was derived from a cycle of 5th theory. Wu Sheng, Chinese musical scale or pentatonic scale. Yongjo, one of the 3 modes of Korean music which has 5 tones. Ryu and Ritsu, basic pentatonic scale in Gagaku music of Japan, now called as Insen or soft mode and Yusen or hard mode. There are different types of traditional East Asian music. First is Japanese music. Traditional Japanese music is basically meditative in character. Its performance is highly ritualized, as much in the music itself as in the composure of the musicians when performing it. It is usually about religious festivals, work, dance, love, and regional songs. Audiences are looking for this self-mastery in musicians. This is the reason why music has become highly ritualized. Musicians must show the spiritual self-mastery in their performance and composure. Japanese music has 2 basic types of scales. These are the male scale called Yosen and the female scale known as Insen. The Insen scale, which contains minor notes, is used specifically in music for the koto and shamisen and is contrasted with the Yosen scale, which does not contain minor notes. According to a traditional theory, Yusen is a pentatonic scale which used in Japanese music, including Gagaku and Shomyo. The Yosen scale is used specifically in folk songs and early popular songs. The Yosen scale is described as bright sounding. Types of music in Japan. Kagura, God music, music of Shinto. Shomyo, classic Buddhist chanting. authentic Japanese music. Gagaku. Oldest surviving Japanese court music. Nagauta or long song, vocal, dance, and dramatic compositions. Kouta or small song, such folk songs or a cappella. An example of folk song from Japan is Sakura or cherry blossoms. Sakura is a cherry blossoms, a traditional Japanese folk song depicting spring, the season of cherry blossoms. The Sakura melody has been popular since the Meiji, and the lyrics in their present form were attached then. The tune uses a pentatonic scale known as the insen, or in modern Western music theory, the fifth mode of the harmonic minor. Now, learners, let us watch and listen to the Sakura music of Japan. Now, we will move on to the second type of traditional music of East Asia, the Chinese music. Traditional Chinese music isn't meant to be danced or moved to. That would tend to orient people toward bodily sensual and sexual drives. As Confucius taught, beautiful and appropriate music is meant to promote social tranquility. Most of the traditional music of the elites use the ancient Chinese pentatonic scale. The scale tends to make simple harmonies. But perhaps to maintain the Confucian norms of simplicity, if music is part of an official ceremonial function, the music is meant to regulate the behavior of the people so that they perform the ritual appropriately and obey authority. In accord with Confucius' idea of music being smoothly continuous, traditional music generally doesn't have sharp breaks in tempo. However, instead of a regular tempo throughout, many pieces feature a regular but smoothly accelerating tempo. The tempo slowly increases towards a finale at the end. This connotes a river gaining speed as it cascades downwards, and this is often a rhythmic feature of traditional Chinese music. There are three kinds of traditional music of China. Over the centuries, three main styles of classical performances were developed that you can enjoy while on your trip to China. The three general kinds of traditional music that people are most likely to hear nowadays are Chinese opera music, meant for theatrical performances. Ensemble or orchestra music for cultured audiences, and solo instrumental performance. One of the most popular folk music of China is Jasmine Flower or Molihua. It was composed during the Qing dynasty and was one of the first Chinese songs to become popular abroad. The song's tune entertains three phrases and depicts the purity of love between young people by highlighting the beauty of jasmine flowers. The cultural value and popularity of jasmine flower makes it a symbol to showcase Oriental charms on the world stage. Now, learners, we will watch and listen to Moliwa, the traditional song of China. This time, learners, we will proceed to the third one, which is the Korean music. Traditional Korean music is broad and deep in terms of genre and meaning. There is farmers' music, which expresses the lives of farmers through its exciting rhythms.
아이고 아버지 진봉
Pansuri, or long vocal and percussive music played by a vocal singer and skilled drummer.
나는 아들도
And talchom, or mass dance, rich in parody and humor. The majestic court music played at important events at the royal palace, and standard music called Jung-ak in Korean, like Gago, Yongsan Yusang, and Siju, that embodied the elegant, refined spirit of the Shunbi, or intellectuals of the Joseon dynasty. Religious music like the Buddhist Bompei and the music of shamanic rituals are also part of traditional Korean music canon, adding a special diversity and richness. A major misconception about gukak, or traditional Korean music, is that it is slow, sad, and bleak. This is a completely mistaken view because there are no sad songs at all in the standard genre of gukak. The standard genres of traditional Korean music are based on the idea of not expressing sadness in sad ways. This is why the music sounds strong, bright, and harmonious. On the other hand, there are many songs in the folk genres that do have sad tones. Susimga, Yakjabaige, Yongtaryong, Sanjo, Sinawe are all deeply sad songs that are known to prompt an endless flow of tears. Yet, at the same time, the energetic and contagious rhythms of these songs compel the listener to get up and dance. This is because the basic nature of the Korean people is based not on han, or resentment or sorrow, but on hyong, or excitement, dancing to sad songs and creating an energetic and upbeat mood even while singing of life's sorrows is the most attractive aspect of Korean traditional music, as well as the basis of the Korean psyche and its sinmyung. Some of the most prominent pieces and folk music forms are as follows: Chung-ak, music for the elite or ruling class. Sog-ak, music for the common or ordinary people. Nong-ak, song of the farmer. Sanjo, song for solo instrument. Pansuri, song for the stage which the performers sing along vocal and percussive music played by vocal singer and skilled drummer. Ninjo, a folk song. Arirang is a Korean folk song, sometimes considered the unofficial national anthem of Korea. It is used as a symbol of Korea and Korean culture. Arirang, in essence, is a song of farewell. The origin of the word Arirang is the hill. With Korea's land being mountainous, there are also many foothills throughout the country. Most Koreans had partings on a number of such hills. An emotion of deep regret is imbued in the rhythm of Arirang. The song evokes the feeling of the tears shed by Koreans and the remembrance of their sad stories. Now, learners, we will watch and listen Arirang, the traditional music of Korea. On what I have learned, answer activity 1. Read the statements carefully and fill in the missing words. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. And on assessment, choose the letter of the correct answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. My dear learners, if you have a hard time understanding the lessons and activities, please do take a break. Having breaks between lessons and activities will give you some space where you can absorb the lesson well. You can use the internet if you need more information about the lesson. Contact your subject teacher if you have some questions about the submission of your output. There's a saying that music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Once again, this is your MAPEH teacher, Teacher Cheryl Nasol-Macas of Compostela National High School, Compostela East District. Remember, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!